What's up, everyone? It feels good to be back here on Mental Groove. I've got a Kevin Samuels clip that's perfect for kicking things off again, and I want you to watch it with me from start to finish. No long intro, no warm up. Let's just get right into it.
Why is money? What's that money on credit? Hold on, how you doing? What's that money on credit? You know what money on credit? Running down to Dr. Miami to get you a BBL, getting you a mommy, getting your body nipped and tucked. You trying to get a man on credit, wig and weave and lashes and all sorts of shit. That ain't you. That's credit. All right, what's going on? How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good. What do you got for me?
I
Th-
mean, I hear you.
But
So at this point, I feel like you just got to do what you got to do. Because
okay, what does that mean? What does that mean?
I'm saying that if you feel, or you know you can't get a man at that point, if you got to rent the boo, rent the boo. Fuck it. That's the truth. A lot of people going to go back and forth, but we're going to get to the nitty gritty. That's the truth.
I think so.
And it's
I,
like a lot of women don't want to say it, but it's true.
well, I think it only makes sense because I mean you can't take the money with you, and you look around and see everybody. Think about it. Right now, we're about to be the summertime, right? What part of the country you in? Northeast?
I'm in Florida.
Okay, on the East Coast. Oh, it's fine. But see, when it get to be the holidays, this is when women go, you better rent a boo and give them some money so you can go buy you some gifts and pretend. Shit.
Right.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, man. I'm getting something the old-fashioned way.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm amazing. How you doing?
Good. How old are you?
24.
What do you got for me?
I jumped in kind of late on the convo, but
If a woman can't find if a woman can't find a husband, are you prepared to buy a man or hire a guy to be your man?
if I get old, like not old, not that 45 is old, but if I get that old and I still don't have a guy, what do you mean by rent one?
You want to go out to a concert? Who's gonna take you?
Just like to date or to like be with?
Either or. Rent is a trusted marketplace for handsome, smart, talented men. Available for rent for hours. Available for rent by the hour for dates, parties, and then they even got them for rent for like household services, things like that. Yeah, it's like anything else. Men have always understood this to be an escort. There's an event you got coming up. You don't want to roll solo dolo because you're
Does he
old
have
and huh?
well?
Huh?
Does he have a woman?
What the fucking difference does it make?
So this is not a single man. This is just any man.
Why does that matter? See, when guys go to strip clubs or escorts, we don't get to ask those questions.
Mm.
See, right there already implies that you got leverage. You ain't got no man.
If you that old, yeah.
Not that old, just period. You don't have a man. Whatever it is, you ain't got one.
Mm. If I was older, yeah. If I was older, it would be okay.
How much older does older? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I want to be married in my 20s,
Okay.
hopefully, willing. So, I mean, older for me, like where I'm like, okay, marriage is not an option probably at this point.
Hmm.
Don't have any kids. I'll probably have to be like 37 plus.
Okay, which I said in no man's land.
Yeah.
So in no man's land. All right. Why is that such a troubling concept, though?
Well, I don't. I come from a two-parent household. I don't plan on getting to that point. My parents been married since they were
All
18.
right. All right.
Um, but yeah, my parents been married since they were 18. They're still fairly young now. They're 43, and
All
then
right.
so
Well, then move that way in your life because
yeah,
understand that service exists and it's
yeah.
only about to grow because men are not marrying
Mm,
uh, because women aren't giving men the incentive they want.
right.
Are you seeing anybody right now?
I'm not.
Okay. When was your last relationship?
About a year ago.
And how long did it last?
That was about 6 months.
6 months, a year ago? That's not a lot.
Yeah,
You want any kids?
I do.
How many?
I want to for sure. 3 would probably be my max.
Now,
No,
you
not
know,
my max, my personal. Like if my husband wanted more kids than 3 and I would have more than 3, I
so
would.
you know, I always ask, do you want to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
Um, for me, like I would say no. Like okay, I don't want to work. Okay. Let me answer. Let me answer on this end. For me, I would say like okay, I have 2 sisters, so it's
Do
3.
you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first kid?
Do I want to have to? No.
All right. What percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
In a perfect world, none.
All right.
That's a priority for it to be a priority.
All right. So, and you're in Florida,
No, I'm in Atlanta.
Atlanta. How much money is a man going to need to make to provide for a middle class lifestyle for a stay-at-home wife and 3 kids in the middle class?
In Georgia, I mean, upwards of 700,000.
That's a lot. It's not that much, but all right. That's in the top 1% of men.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever dated a man making $700,000?
Um,
Hello,
oh,
I'm here.
okay, yeah, no,
Have you ever dated a man making $500,000 a year?
no,
Have you ever dated a man making over $100,000?
yes.
What percentage of men make over $100,000 in this country?
I watch your show. I can't remember this number, but I know it's less than 10%.
Less than how many?
Less than 10, right?
Yeah. Does your father make almost $1 million a year?
No, my dad makes almost 6 figures a year.
Almost 6 figures.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta ask the question, man. Your
Mm-hmm.
mother and father have been married for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and your father is doing better than most, but he's not making anywhere close to the exorbitant amount of money you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need that?
No, I thought you were asking the
Yeah,
question.
I mean, I know how much money he would need to make, but what I'm saying, I accept that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's close to 300,000, 400,000, but that's still a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next questions come is, how tall are you?
Mm-hmm.
How tall are you?
So
How
I'm
tall are you? 5'3"?
5'4",
5'4"? Dress size.
8,
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
170-ish.
You're not a dress size. 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Image consultant in real life. If you're 5'4", 170 something, I can look in your face and tell you're closer to a 10, 12.
No.
Okay.
Hold on. Who is it? But this is my thing with that philosophy as far as the money, right? So a man who makes 300,000 a year, obviously there's nothing wrong with that. There's not anything wrong with a man who makes 40,000 a year or 50,000 a year. But
Mm-hmm.
for me,
What are you doing?
if you have
What are you doing?
logging into, I have a call at 10, I mean at 11. But for me, a man who makes that much money, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have, like for me, I'm the type of woman, I want to retire my parents. I have, certain goals that I want to reach. And if
How much? What do you do? Did you go to college?
I stopped going to college about a
All
year ago.
right. So how you gonna retire your? How you gonna retire your? No, listen. No, no, no.
I trade currency.
Okay, you trade currency. That's fine. Where do you live?
I live in Buckhead.
Okay. You live. You don't live. You live by yourself. You're how old again? 24.
24. I live with my sister. Me and my
All
sister
right.
live together. We live
So
in
you
Buckhead.
trade current. You trade currency. How long you been doing that?
3 years.
All right. Then, are you doing financially well?
I am.
So you want to retire your family. What about why would your husband want to retire his in-laws?
That's what I was about to say. So for me, if a man doesn't make that much money, or even if he does make that much money, um, my issue with that is I wouldn't necessarily feel like it needs to be my life goal to put my entire financial stake on a man because he makes 100,000 a year. If I want to retire my parents, if I have certain goals that I feel like I mean, I feel like my parents deserve to be retired early. I feel like they deserve to
Stop.
have a certain
Stop.
lifestyle. Okay, go ahead.
You ain't talking like nobody's wife. You talking like a goddamn dude.
I mean, some would say.
Yeah, and the kind of man that make that kind of money you talking about ain't gonna deal with a man like you. When you talking about what you want, what the fuck? I mean, the man's make that kind of money. He looking for a wife to raise his own legacy. Not worried about your family and what you want to do for your mom and daddy. That's their life. He got parents. He retired his parents before he.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's
I
not. But that's
wouldn't.
not. But your responsibility is supposed to be thinking about your man and what you do for your legacy, not what you do to pay your parents back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would be my life choice. So
As a single woman, yes.
a man who makes 100,000, 300,000 a year, that's good money. But for my specific life goals at 24, with plenty of
Man,
options and
plenty of options for what? Plenty of options for what?
for dating, and as far as
Really?
the time in my life
So
situation,
let me ask you a question. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use 7. Fresh face out of the shower.
fresh face out of the shower, I would say a 6.
Okay.
And when I'm dressed, hair, all that, I would say a 7, 8.
So you give yourself an adjustable 6.
Sure, yes.
So you put yourself on the same level as Sweetie.
Well, that's what you rank her as. That was
I
your
will give you. I will give you a 5 at best. I will
and your
give you average, and then your weight and your weight is below average.
okay.
And that means, man, the way you're talking is like you say you got a lot of options, but not for the kind and caliber man you're talking about. Not that kind of money. You may have a lot of options for dudes making, average money, but not for no man talking about $400,000 a year. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not here in Atlanta.
well, like I said, for my life goals, a man who makes 100,000, 300,000 a year, that's cool. That's good money, but that's not enough money for me to say I'm stopping what I'm doing and only your cares matter. What I want to do for my family, what my goals are.
This is a single woman. This is a dead woman walking. Dead woman
I
walking.
mean, this is my thing. And like I said, I have a call, so I'm gonna go. That I love a lot of what you say, but that's for a woman who doesn't have any desire to do
Man,
anything but be a
you
wife.
you I mean, but the thing
And
is, you're gonna have to do all that because your attitude, your masculine energy is gonna make sure you got to take care of yourself because the man who has more money or what you're talking about won't even deal with you. I, just back and forth. This is gone to your call, but thank you for the back and forth.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I look hit right now. Oh my God.
How old are you?
I actually turned 21 in August.
All right. This might be a hard. You see the topic,
hmm
uh, but do you want to talk about the topic, or do you have a question?
I think I wanted to talk about the topic and then just like talk to you, you know what I'm saying? Because like my generation of guys, like they look up to you and they look
Hmm.
up to you because they think that you like bash women or whatever. And I just wanted to like see for myself, I really don't think you bash women. Like I think you actually are giving us like tips on like what we could do better, especially to like get a
I
male
got I
counterpart.
got thousands of hours of content. So clips of me bashing women is often what it's called being truthful. So no,
hmm
if I bash women, people would come back consistently. But
Right, exactly.
do you want to be married?
I do actually. I do want to be married when I get older.
You, children? Do you want children?
Definitely, I want 6 children. I know that's a lot. That's a lot, but I
6?
want a big
Were your
family.
mother and father married?
Yes, they were. Uh-huh.
So what do you mean when you get older?
So, like, in a perfect world, if everything like worked out the way I wanted it to, I want to be married at like 27. So, in about 6 years.
Why would you wait to 27?
The only reason why I want to wait till 27 is because before I marry my husband, I really want to build like a steady friendship with him before just like jumping into marriage. And
Men
then
and
on
women
top
aren't
of that,
friends.
huh?
Men and women really can't be friends like that.
Yeah. I mean, actually, the guy that I was just previously dating that I just got a relationship with, me and him were actually platonically friends at first, but then, like, we ended up getting a relationship. So, you're probably right. But,
You said, and then after build a steady relationship, and then do what?
and then, like, be able to be married to him because I want to build a friendship and, I want to be able to build that trust with him. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
how long do you think you need to be with somebody before? I mean, 27. So how long do you think you're going to be with him before you get married? Three
I want to
years,
be with him
5
at
years?
least a year. At least
Okay.
a year.
So one of the problems we have more than anything else in the West is delayed marriage. Why, if you want 6 children, why would you wait till 27?
I know, and I think about that sometimes because I'm like, if I want 6 children, shoot, I really need to start
What are
right
you
now.
scared of?
I the first thing I want to do before I get married is I want to get rid of my student debt. I just graduated with my bachelor's like a couple of weeks ago. So like truthfully, I have about $34,000 worth of student loan debt. And I don't want to get into a marriage with my debt being his. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to have a clean slate. So that's really what I'm waiting on. And finding that right person or him finding me because I'm not finding him. He's going to find me. So yeah.
No.
Okay. Tell me what I've said wrong.
This notion of clearing all your debt, life happens.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do you live at home?
Yeah, my mom, like we live together. We do like split the rent and stuff like
You
that.
live with your mother?
Actually, no, she lives with me. It's a long story. I don't want to put her
Where's your
personal
father?
business out there. He lives in Indianapolis.
I thought, do you say your mother and father were married, but they're not married anymore?
Yeah, they got divorced when I was like 7, I believe.
Is your mother in a relationship?
Not necessarily, but she's dating around. But she's not in
All
a.
right, now it's starting to make sense.
Okay.
Because one, if you know you want to be married with kids, it's the sooner the better. What are you going to gain out here on the open dating market that's going to be of value to your husband?
Mm-hmm. Like what do I bring to the table? Is that what
No,
you're
no, no,
asking?
no, no. What I'm saying is, while you're out here dating, what are you going to gain of value while you're dating other men that's going to be valuable to your husband?
Right. I understand what you're saying, but I don't date around actually. That's the thing. Like I don't date around
Oh,
because
okay. Well, let's take it this way. You plan on not dating until you miraculously find your husband?
until he finds me, yeah. Does that sound unrealistic?
Yeah, it really does. Because then where are your relationship skills? It's a muscle. See, no matter how you slice it, no matter how you smile, fear and scarcity are motivating you. These are
Mm-hmm.
all fear-based decisions. Fear of debt, fear of this, fear of that. And I'm asking you, what do you want? You could find a possible suitable man right now. He may find you, but in your current state, fear and scarcity, you'd find a way to make it not work.
Right.
Why did women not wait? Nature is against you. I said this on YouTube last night. If you want 6 kids, unless you want to be pregnant for 7 years, 8 years in a row,
Yeah.
I think a lot of you, I think a lot of women, modern women, black women in particular, are scared of marriage.
Probably. But the thing is also with me, like, because I'm a very spiritual person, like I'm a woman of God, like I don't know what anybody else's is, but that's just like my background and my heart. And the Lord has showed me like there is a lot more to life than just marriage. Because I used to be like last year when I was around like
Really?
19. Yes, because even though the Lord says be fruitful and
Really?
multiply, listen, even though the Lord says be fruitful and
Really? Know
multiply,
who you're talking to before you get deep into this. You might want to back out of this one.
no, I don't want to back out.
You
I
know,
want to, because you might, educate me. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
been, trust me, I know what I'm talking about in this area. A Christian
But
woman, a Christian woman.
mhm,
What was Eve's charge on the planet?
to at first it was to multiply and be
What was her
fruitful.
purpose?
Her purpose was to be a wife, I
To be a
believe,
helpmeet.
and to
That was
help
her
me.
only purpose.
Hmm.
As a Christian woman, your purpose on the planet is a Christian man.
Right.
So to tell me that the Lord has told you there's more to life than marriage, I'm sorry. That ain't it. Go from Genesis on through. That ain't in the Bible. That's what y'all have made up.
Now, what I mean by that is like marriage is important, you know, because God made somebody for
But
everybody.
anything said, anything that comes after, but anything said before but is bullshit.
Okay.
So go ahead.
I was gonna say that the Lord showed, because I used to be very obsessed with, okay, I'm sorry about that because my phone paused.
I'm
I
here.
used to be very obsessed with, you know, finding a husband and making sure that I'm
You don't
perfect.
find a husband.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was blinded. You know, I couldn't see because I was very obsessed with trying to make
Time
sure
out.
that I'm a wife.
Is your mother a Christian?
Yes, she is.
Okay. He will find that the wife findeth the good thing and obtain the favor with the Lord. You become a wife first. Who's training you how to be a wife?
She was,
How can she train you how to be a wife?
because she was a wife. She was
She
raised.
was. Okay. And the women, and Ruth, the women of the village are to train the young girls. See, a lot of women today purport to be spiritual, and you substitute Jesus and God as a placebo for your fear and scarcity. Truly Christian women, they're not going to sit back and say that there's other things to life other than marriage. This
Right.
is the way God designed it. And are you living? And I'm sad to say, so if you really want to go there,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're a virgin, eh.
Right.
Because if you have sex in your relationships, I don't want to hear about I'm walking with God. Mm.
Look, it says we've all fallen short of the glory of God. Okay, I
No, that's
wasn't.
bull. That's like my friends who are Catholic who think they can go cut a fool and go to confess and get it all done. That's bull. Seriously though, scarcity and lack, something's going on. Something's going on. But if you know you want to be married, it's time to start thinking about that now and making yourself a wife. Don't wait, because everything you talked about is this whole notion of he'll find me. No, you have to become a wife to be found.
Right.
And
And I do want to say this though. I do know that I bring a lot to the table. Like as far as, you know, when it came to my previous relationship, unfortunately there was infidelity. He cheated on me, whatever. But during that time, you know, he did express to me that he wanted to marry me and that he did see a lot of wife qualities in me.
how old was he?
He was same age as me. He's going to be 21 in a couple of
He's
weeks.
too
Like,
young, man. I mean, he's too young to be a boy. He's too young. He can't support. He can't
uh-huh.
be a husband. He can't be a supportive wife. Young lady, I would just say this: women need to be under, in my opinion, especially men who are looking for wives are looking for women under some sort of discipline. Who's shepherding you through this process from a man's standpoint? Normally, in best case, it's your father, a pastor, somebody, but you can't be out here living in a worldly world, making spiritual decisions. You're going to be confused.
Right.
At the end of the day, if you're going to say you're spiritual, your life, Eve, God did not take Adam out of the garden and just leave Eve. Her job was him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all the best, young lady. See,
All
I
right.
don't bash anybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Such an insightful conversation. What's your take? Share your thoughts in the comments below.